What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me know how the sound is before I get started. If the sound is good, I need to get closer to the mic. What's good, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What up, King? What up? What up? What up? Jay, what's good, Jay? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, Jay. Um, I think Thanksgiving. I might need to, what we talked about a while ago. Maybe Thanksgiving. I'll let you know. But it's looking like Thanksgiving. What's good? What's good, G? What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through. We're gonna get started in a second. Let a few people file in here. Uh Short, what's good? I don't know if I could touch my screen. They'll come up. Let's see. Yeah, they'll come up if I do it, but it's around a long way. If you forgot, just I talked to you in Discord, Jay. Oh, I think you remember though, with the fist up. Okay, you remember. You remember. You remember. What's good, y'all? Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Nice palm tree out the window. Excited, excited for what today has to offer. Extremely excited for the game tonight. I'm gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get into it. Gonna get into it. Like I said, this might be my first ever morning broadcast that I know of, especially live. And so we'll find some people in. What's up, Ashley? And we'll get this thing rolling. Get this thing rolling. All right, so I got my notes right here to the side. So if you catch me looking off, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at my notes. What up, Damon? What's good? What's good? What's good? So basically just want to preview the game tonight. Um, Baltimore Ravens, Miami Dolphins, week 9, 8:15 kickoff on Thursday night football. So what's up, Mox? The football world will be on us. Football world will be on us. Kind of recap to where we're at right now. We're 2-5. We did snap a 4-game losing streak last week. And before I keep going, is the sound good? Is the sound good? That's what I need to know. Because I can pull this closer to my mouth if I need to. I just didn't want to hold it. Let's see what you say before I take off. That's good. Okay, appreciate you, Marks. All right, so back to it. We're 2-5. We did snap the 4-game losing streak last week. Um, our guy is supposed to be back. Our guy is supposed to be back, and our guy meaning Lamar. So that's going to be great. Not only is it great for Baltimore, it's great for yes, Rich. It's great for the city of Miami with so many South Florida guys on the team, Lamar included. Well, Lamar is the biggest name. A lot of people here will get the opportunity to see their I ain't gonna say hometown, but a home area guy who's you know, I don't want to say larger than life, but he's like the hood hero around here. And LeJounte Wester, categorized it as best. So if you just really just cut off, just say South Florida was its own little entity, he the king. Like everybody love LeBron, everybody love MJ. Down here, it's Lamar, man. Lamar goaded down here. If he don't do nothing else ever, in this neck of the woods, goaded, goaded. Made it out, I ain't gonna say made it out because I don't know what kind of like home life he had, coming up, but just got out and did stuff his way. He look how he want to look. He act like he want to act. He ain't cold switch for nothing. That's hey, that's he the hood hero down here. But let's say with Lamar Jackson, the Ravens offense ranked top 10 in several metrics, several, because we went from averaging 34, 35 points a game to 6 points a game down there with Cooper Rush. And then we actually jumped up to 30 with Snoop, which is crazy. So that the games without Lamar went from 6 up to 14, just that one game Snoop played, which is crazy. So hindsight being 2020, the coaches should have played Snoop. And part of it is and I can understand why they played Cooper Rush. I really can. I really can understand why they played Cooper Rush. Because Cooper Rush had a good background in Dallas with winning games and whatnot, and seemed like a really good backup. So I understand why they paid him. I mean, played well, both played and paid him. But it's obvious that this kind of offense with this O line needs a mobile guy. Snoop was very, very, very mature in his playing last week, and I can't say enough how proud I am for that dude. Like a lot of us, really had wrote Snoop off because he hadn't produced like we wanted him to, or like we needed him to. But last week, Snoop, like Damon just said, Snoop gave us hope. Snoop gave us hope, and I'm so proud for him to not have those sour tastes in his mouth. Even like one reporter asked him a stupid question, like back about the fumble. Man, we don't care about that no more. You just stirring up old stuff. And then like Snoop said in the press conference, then you talk about the negative and then pointed at that dude, which I thought was an awesome professional shade. An awesome professional shade. So, but let's keep rolling. The defensive concerns. Even though we've played better the past two games, we still need to keep it up. And my honest opinion, let's see. I'll be at the game, coach. Can you go live for a quick second for a location meetup while you're there? I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to. Hopefully, I get to see some people that I'm expecting to see. So I'm definitely gonna try to do that. Excuse me. But Aloha. That's what I was going with it. Aloha Gilman has really allowed Kyle to come down in the box and just be a menace, an absolute menace. And I think Mina Kime said it, and Um, I thought it myself. This was the plan with Ardarius. This was the plan with Ardarius. And when Ardarius went down, that monkey wrench got thrown for a loop because they're gonna have Ardarius. They drafted Starks. Those were gonna be the two deep guys. And then you can play Kyle around the box. Well, getting Aloha and him being in the Mike Mentor system, which ain't too much different from what we run. So he was able to jump in and hit the ground running. Hit the ground running. Also, saw somebody mention Carl Lawson a second ago. I'm not sure if he's playing or not because he signed late last week. They had a walkthrough after he signed. Played Sunday. Probably had some sort of a walkthrough Monday. Probably had a real practice Tuesday, a walkthrough Thursday, and then a walkthrough Wednesday, then today's game day. So I don't know if he's playing. If y'all know, let me know in the chat. And if I see it, I'll, respond to it. But I don't know if he's playing today. Still don't know. But the defense needs to continue what they've done over the past 2 weeks. Them not having Tyreek really hurts them. It really hurts them as far as stretching us vertically. Even though I know Waddle's fast, you don't get a lot of balls down the field with Waddle, even though he can get behind you. Don't sleep on the Waddle is not slow at all. I don't think Darren Waller's playing. I haven't seen the last injury report, but I don't think Darren Waller is playing. Um, so really, it's Achan. It's Achan and those quick RPOs. So in my opinion, defensively, you need to stay close to the line of scrimmage and don't. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, D. Appreciate it, D. Yeah, I know Tyreek not playing. Tyreek hurt. Tyreek broke his leg or something like that. Um, but RPOs, no free releases. Make him throw in tight windows. Make him throw in tight windows and get pressure up the middle. Because he told you himself, he can't see. He told you himself. The other day when they was asking about passes to Waddle, I just can't see him. Waddle 4'8", two or 4'9". You you just can't see him. So Travis, John Jenkins, whoever else is in the middle, get some push up the middle. Mike Green, like you said, they come in bunches, Mike. Let's go get two. Let's go get two, Mike. Let's go and be super, super, super aggressive on the defensive side. Make them beat you. Don't allow them to paper cut you. Make them beat you. But let's talk about a little bit about the Dolphins. So real quick, they 2-6 as well. They come off a strong performance, beating my side my side piece, the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, what Red got a question? Let me see if I can put this up there. Doing this on my phone, so if I mess it up, bear with me. All right. When does Lamar speak up about the O line, or has the? I don't think he's gonna do it. He just gonna play. He gonna play with what they put in front of him. I don't think he's not an excuse guy. He not just not an excuse guy. That's it. He just gonna go out there with whoever they put in front of him and make the most out of it. I don't think he ever just puts his foot down. I don't think so. And if he ever did put his foot down, it wouldn't be like publicly. It'd be something where he's just like, look, I'm done with this. I'm signing with a new team or something, whatever. And then I don't want that to happen because I know people look for gotcha moments like the lane that tried to get on me and Chris case, but we got him up off us real quick. But I don't think he would do that, Reg. Um, but again, the Dolphins beat the Falcons last week. My guy didn't play, so take that for what it's worth. Um, Penix didn't play, so it is what it is. But they beat the Falcons 34-10, beat them pretty bad, rushed for 141 yards, and I held the Falcons to 41 rushing yards. Held Bijan and and what's the backup? Because I got him on a bunch of my fantasy teams. I forget the backup name for the Falcons, but held them guys to 41, 45 rushing yards. And they run the ball well in Atlanta. But the fact that I'm sorry, Jay, but you know how I like Penix, Jay. Algiers, that's who it is. Appreciate you coming. Algiers. They held them guys. They run outside zone very well. The Falcons O line is not bad. So for the Dolphins to hold them down like that is surprising. That defense has improved lately, allowing them 3 yards per rush. Only 3 yards per rush the last 2 years, but they inconsistent. They always inconsistent. And on top of the fact that their DC is a former Ravens coach, so he might be out for blood. And probably the guy, their DC probably, maybe, coulda, shoulda, woulda been our DC, but when they went with Orr, it was like a fire sale on coaches. He left, Denard left, Mike had already left to go to Seattle, so it is what it is. All right, so key matchups and storylines. The main storyline, Lamar Jackson being back. The main storyline, Lamar Jackson being back. With Lamar being back, we are at the top of the league in a bunch of statistical categories. Denard is the DC with the Titans. He's the DC with the Titans. With Lamar back, we are top of the league, top tier in the league in a bunch of different offensive categories. Now we finally get the entire 2025 Baltimore Ravens on the field. Everybody practiced Wednesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. Everybody practiced Tuesday. Everybody. So now you get Lamar, you get Derrick Henry, finally incorporated Keaton in the mix. You get D Hop, Bateman, Zay, and I think Tez is back too. I think Tez is back as well. and you got both your tight ends. And the guy that I really loved last week, and again, I still can't I'm still can't. It's still amazing that I'm fixing my mouth to say this, how much I like this dude now, because I hated him with Roman, and that's Pat McCall. Pat, that block Pat had on 53, man. Oh, I don't. I forgot about Kolar. Damn, I'm glad you put it up there. I don't want to forget about Kolar. That block Pat McCall had. That's the physicality we need. That type of stuff ignites the whole sideline, offensively and defensively. You see that on like you a defensive guy, you see that on the bulletin board, not the bulletin board, I'm thinking about, I ain't at work. You see that on the jumbotron or whatever, that lights a fire in you. That lights a fire in you. And so that physicality, we need that defensively. I think everybody was back defensively last week. I think. I'm trying to think up front. Well, obviously Matt BK not gonna be there, so we count that off because he's not coming back. I found out that Broderick Jones is having surgery, so not Broderick Jones, Broderick Washington is having surgery, so he's not coming back. Um Tavius is foot. So we're actually more healthy offensively now that I started thinking about it. We're more healthy offensively than we are defensively. But I think we got guys to do what they need to do defensively. Rose back, the linebacker play has gotten better. They're starting to use Trent on the edge. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not. Trent's getting a little edge play. That's kind of why we didn't have but three edge guys available last week because they used Trent in that role a little bit. Trent's a decent blitzer. If you want a guy to drop off, into coverage from the edge, Trent's the guy that can do that a lot better than Mike Green or Ojabo or Kyle Van Noy. Trent's a more athletic guy to do that. Um, so I understand why they only had three guys available, even though it was alarming at first. But when I saw Trent down there, some I said, okay, that make a little sense. That make a little sense. Now Trent can't be in there for this run unless they trying to get outside and he can keep outside contained. But if they running right at him at like some kind of power counter, hopefully Trent ain't in there. Hopefully, hopefully. I see what else I got. The third key matchup and storyline. Short week. So I saw. I think the guy's name is Mike Preston. I think black dude from kind of in the Baltimore area. He was talking about he think Lamar made the decision to not play last week, but he didn't go full like hater. He did say that he think maybe medical staff and Lamar talked and they was like 2 games in 5 days is a little much. And obviously, with Lamar, um, the Miami game has a little bit more feel to it. And so if you had to pick out of those two, I would probably say the Miami game. On top of the fact that you don't want to play a game, sit out, then come back and play. You rather just once you start playing, go ahead and play. So it really makes sense to do that. And then, like I said, it was rewarded with Snoop giving us a great game, great game. But I know Mike, and I see y'all talk about it in the comment. I know Mike is not a popular figure up there. So and I ain't talking about nothing else he said, but that made a little sense to me when he said that. That made a little sense to me when he said that. A lot of the stuff that I hear y'all say he say, I just ignore. So I and that little video where he talked about that was my first time even laying eyes on it. I've seen what he's wrote like on Twitter and the news and stuff like that. But that little video where he talked about that was the first time I even laid eyes on it. So yeah, he won't be quoted here a lot. Keep it a buck. He won't be quoted here a lot. But that I felt like that was significant. Um, this game needs to be a foot on next game for real because we don't want them to hang around. We don't want them to hang around at all. Like we don't want to give them hope. We don't want two or through 4 touchdowns last week now. And I know because I think Matthew Stafford was out, and so I had to play Tua on one of my fantasy teams. And I appreciate them points, Tua, but not today, buddy. Not today. We don't want that today at all. At all. We can't have that today. So excuse me. But that's where we at. All right. And then the fourth key point, both teams are trying to establish a two-game win streak. We actually have a chance to get back in the playoff push this game. And I know I said last game is crucial, but I still feel like we're in win or go home mode. I do. I feel like this is our NCAA tournament. We're in win or go home mode with the. I don't think so, Neuro. I don't think he is. I think somebody earlier said he was on IR or something like that, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that about Waller, Neuro. Don't quote me on that. But I still think we're in the NCAA window. Like it's win or go home. Um, 3-5, and definitely like I think the Steelers got the Colts, and the Colts are the best team in the NFL. What up, Clay? The Colts are the best team in the NFL. Tars was good. Hold on, I got to put something here for Tars. There you go. Oh, will it go? Will it send? It won't send, will it? I can't send it. Oh, there it is. I had to put that in now. Had to put that in now. Um, what was I talking about? Oh, trying to get this two-game win streak and this, oh, the Steelers playing the Colts. Steelers playing the Colts. Steelers playing the Colts. And so if I think i- if you don't know, I got a video on the second channel about Jonathan Taylor the other day. I already had this crush on the left guard for the Colts. Have had it for a while. Watching, making that video about Jonathan Taylor and seeing some of the stuff that his O line and is doing makes me completely envious of them. Because if we had an O line, let's just say that Colts O line's 100. If we had an O line that was 75% of the Colts, we'd be freaking unstoppable. What up, Raven? Seeing here? Let me see. I'm a big fan of his. He don't like, he act like he big time for me though. I'm a big fan of Raven C. There it is. There it is. What up, Raven C? Big fan of yours, man. Can I get your autograph one day? But yeah, we got to but not we got to. Just if we had the Colts O line, we'd be unbeatable. Unbeatable. And like I said, 75% of the Colts O line would be unbeatable because they get great guard play. Great guard play. Like Jay just said, their D line is good as well. And they're led by Zaire on the defensive side. Um, Big energy guy, big trash talker, big I'm trying to F you up guy, big motivator, bros at that. On top of that, Zaire's a guy that I wouldn't mind having on my team, honestly. Would not mind having on my team. Oh, look, we got a super chat. Let me see how I can pull this up. Oh, Lord. Let's see how I can pull this up. I know y'all see my finger in the way. I don't know how to get it up. Uh, oh, there it is. Okay, I can't put it on the screen, but I see it. Say, good morning, coach. I have attorney Ben Crump coming on those other people's channel in defense of You got the legal fees. Chef got the legal fees going. That's a good one. That's a good one. Now I gotta get his office so I can see. Boy, doing this on the phone sucks. But it is what it is, man. We're gonna keep rolling. We gonna keep rolling. Well, at least somebody said the camera was straight. So that's the positive out of it. I can't see my comments. Well, oh, I know how to see. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I know how to see my comments. We're gonna do it like this. There we go. Nah, I can see him. Oh, what up, Chris? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, Jeff? Appreciate you. Actually, nah, I can see now. World class. I can see now. I can see now. Okay, Chris. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Now I can see. I can see. There, that GM is good, Damon. That GM is good. That GM is good. Let's kind of talk about the spread. Both teams 2-5. Both teams 2-5. Hold on. Okay, I'll be back. Back. Both teams 2-5. Oh, it's straight. It's all right. We moving closer later on. We moving closer later on because we decided to come early at the last minute because it wasn't supposed to leave till this morning, but we decided to come early, so we in a little spot, but we moving closer later on. Um, the spread 7.5 favorites, both teams two with two wins, and I think the spread is that big because we're getting all of our big guns back. We're getting all of our big guns back. The over under is 51.5. I don't think it's gonna be that many points scored. I really don't. I think we're going to score a lot of points. I just don't think they are. And that's no shade, like overconfident, but I feel like I am gonna say they one dimensional. I feel like everything is close to the line with them. Either running with A chain and they gonna have some exotic fancy runs. And if they start off with those, we got 'em. If they can't run their base stuff and get yards, and they have to start off with double reverse, trick pass, fake power counter, smash, trips left wide, over, under. But if they got to do all that stuff to start with, they screwed. They are screwed. They got to do that to begin the game. It's because there's nothing. If you can't run your base stuff, man, say you think of Thanksgiving. If you can't run your base stuff to start with, and you have to start with your trick plays, once them trick plays are done, if you don't have a big lead, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. And honestly, I'm gonna get off subject for a second. Um, Back when I was coaching at home in my hometown, we played the number one team in the state, and they had D1 guys out the wazoo. And so just randomly, our coach was like, "Hey, let's have a like on a Wednesday, let's have a trick play period." And so he told us that pre-practice. And so before we went out for pre-practice, the offensive coaches we got together and we came up about five trick plays off of our base stuff. So if you got like a bubble screen, we got a trick play off the bubble screen. We had a rollout pass, or we got rollout flood. We had a trick play on that. Had two trick plays off of that. One of them was a draw. One of them was like a pump and go. We had a little quick wide receiver screen where we pump the screen and throw it over top. And then we had a fake toss where we hit the tight end up the middle. So we practiced that stuff for 2 days. We practiced it Wednesday and Thursday. More extensively Thursday because of walking through day. So we playing a team or whatever. And honestly, nobody expected us to win because at the time we were 4-0, but we had beat the local teams and came out there and they had all their D1 athletes and whatnot. And I think they messed around and fumbles first. They fumble, we get it, trick play, touchdown. Boom, we get it back. They go get a couple yards, punt it to us. We work down the field. Boom, trick play, another touchdown. They get it back. They throw a ball that hits the receiver in the helmet, bumped up, interception. We get it. So most of the time when you get a turnover, first thing you thinking is go up top, go up top, sudden change, go up top. Third play, trick play, touchdown. First quarter, we up 21-0 on the number one team in the state. So at halftime, I think it's like 35-7. Or they make a comeback. They make a comeback. Final score ends up being 55-42. And it was actually 42-48 with about 2 minutes left. We got the ball back, and like I said, they had all the momentum, but our running back was like 6'3", like 220, and we pounded him and ran that timeout. And he had the last run he had, he basically had a Derrick Henry run. and I think it's on my Facebook somewhere. I may pull it and show it to y'all one day. He ran over about 7 or 8 of their guys to the end zone. And when I tell you we had a blast that night, I called some of my homeboys on the field during the game. We shocked the world. We beat them. Bleep, 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 bleeps. But but it was a blast. It was a blast. It was a blast. Spicy, 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 spicy. Let me hold on. I'm gonna have to go back. It just went down over there, ain't it? I need these stories in person. I ain't gonna ask right here because it's a lot to type, but I feel like I can get this story in person. It's gonna be juicy. This story gonna be juicy. Hey, it's crazy, crazy. But let's see if we can finish this. Finish this. Score prediction. Score prediction. Score prediction. Score predictions. Um, for me, thinking we're going to be able to control the clock, especially with Lamar being back, Derrick Henry being there, and the added emergence of using Keaton Mitchell. Mm. Say we go back and score 40 again. Let's say 40-14. I'm gonna say 40-14. I think we go back. I think our offense gets back in gear. 40-14. I'll say my surprise happening for tonight, like something that I don't think like would happen. I think likely finally scores. I think likely finally scores. I think we push 40 points. I think likely he finally gets in the end zone. I want to say Derrick get 2 more TDs because we need Derrick to get to number 3 in rushing touchdowns. But hey, what I just read it couldn't have been truer. I've been knew that, but it wasn't my place to say it. What I just read couldn't be truer. Like I said, I been knew that. It just wasn't my place to say it. But with that being said, man, I look forward to seeing you. If you're coming, I'll be there. And I think I did the Be More Around Town um, tailgate because I saw their tailgate, or maybe it was Jimmy's tailgate that I saw in New Orleans a couple years ago, and I was like, man, they having a blast over there. Actually, we should have did that. And so I went looking for a tailgate, and I actually couldn't find nothing. And I did reach out to somebody that I know is connected, somebody that y'all talking about in the in the comment, and they suggested that one, and so I found it and whatnot. Um, well, he put me in contact with the dude that's over it, and the dude that's over it, we went from there. But hey, 40-14, likely scores a touchdown. If you have not hit that like button, I would appreciate if you do so. Um, yes, Jeff. Yes, Jeff. Yes, Jeff. Yes, Jeff. I will. I will. Oh, but like I said, I'll be in Lot 11. Lot 11. So y'all come holler at me. Chris, I got your thing too as well. So Lot 11, be more around town. And I know Jimmy's got one somewhere too. I'm not sure where theirs is. I found it after I found the one I'm going to. But I'm gonna be there to get my money's worth. I ain't no show up the last minute for I needs all of me. Give me what I'm owed. Give me everything I'm owed. Don't nope. I might, the Ravens guy. I might, especially if I get the chance to meet up with people, people. Hopefully I get because I already talked to Ing this morning, so hopefully we'll get a chance to meet up. Hopefully I meet some of you guys there that are going. And so with that being said, man, that's my preview for the game. I think we get back on track. I think we get to 3-5, and hopefully the NFL gods are good to us and allow those guys to lose again and let us get a little bit closer to the top of our division. Because even with that being said, even if we don't win the division, I think 6 or 7 seed is still in range, but we got to stack some wins. We got to stack some wins. And on that note, man, Who y'all playing tonight? We playing the Dolphins. We playing the Dolphins. Playing the Dolphins. Um, Peace, y'all. I appreciate y'all. All 70 of y'all. Tap that like button. Peace, peace, peace. Add effects using hand gestures. Oh, it might be something with Apple. Hold on, let me turn this off. Peace, y'all.